Adesso?
Prova microfono, prova microfono, prova.
Please, Tony, can you make me a brief story of Son Invictus? Brief.
Brief. Formed in 1987. Still going. That's it. That's it. It's brief.
What's the difference, the main difference from Trio Noir and Son Invictus?
Trio Noir.
Trio Noir.
It's more acoustic. It's much more minimal because of the nature.
This Trio Noir. Trio Noir is more acoustic.
Yeah, it's just 3 people, acoustic instruments, and does have slightly more classical feel to it. It's more pared down. That's right. It's just a simplified version of Son Invictus, but in its own terms.
Yeah. Son Invictus are more complete.
More complex.
Sound.
Yeah.
Tomorrow plays here Ordo Quitum Solis.
Yeah.
You know Ordo Quitum Solis?
Yeah, the French.
It's very French.
Yeah.
Of you, Leighton and Eraclamo. I know very well Leighton and Eraclamo are my friends. Can you tell me something about that? About your friendship with Leighton and Eraclamo?
I first met in Deaf in June days.
Yeah.
And we kept in contact, and I helped him in a very small way with their first CD and a second CD.
Yeah. So States,
then we sort of drifted apart because I was very busy and they were busy. But we met up again last year, and now we're doing work through World Serpent, and very happy that things are going well. So,
Okay. Music of Son Invictus is very particular. Can you tell me something about it? What is creation of music of Son Invictus?
It's just basically it's my obsessions and prejudices and it's just a vehicle for my personal expression. But I'm lucky that along with that I'm working with some very creative people and very good people, so that makes it more palatable for people. So that's it really.
Okay. What about that in June era? I know by internet, is true or false that you play in London recently with Patrick Ligas and Death in June?
Death in June plays.
Is real or no?
Yeah, we did 2 songs.
Or is it false?
No, it's true.
It's real?
Yeah, but it was just the encore. Death in June had played an encore, and then me and Patrick came on stage, and we did two songs with Douglas.
2 songs with Douglas?
Yeah, Heaven Street and Death of the West.
You remember of the times ago, of that in June, some times ago? You remember? That is.
Sorry?
You remember about that in June, some times ago, when you played that in June, not recently, at that time?
Your memories about
our memories? Very mixed. It was very creative period, but also for me anyway, very self-destructive period. So there's a very ambiguous feelings about it. But
okay. It's real that you played in Lipsia at the Monument of Fallen.
in Leipzig.
Leipzig, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
It's
Yeah.
really is a place very strong. Tell me some friends.
Yeah, it's a
It's
huge.
really-
I think it's a Prussian.
You with Ataraxia, Italian Ataraxia.
Yeah, they played.
You play.
They played later. But
Yeah.
we played, yeah,
What are your memories about that?
so. It was an amazing building. It's huge, and it's a Prussian monument, I think, to war with Napoleon Bonaparte, and it's an incredible building. But it's falling apart, which is just sad. It's not being preserved. So it was an incredible experience to play there. Focusly, that's it.
Live act and working studio are two different moments. What about live acts? What about working studio? And what is the importance of live act? Live act and working studio.
Oh, live.
Two moments different.
Yeah, very different. I mean,
Very different.
Because most of the studio, I think, it starts off with me, guitar, voice, and then it's this, and then a lot of input from the other musicians. So it's a lot more personal, and there's live is live.
Do you prefer plays live or a working studio?
Normally I prefer the studio, but more recently, because I've had a lot of musicians I've been working with have been a lot better recently. But it's I'm starting to enjoy playing live as well. So.
Thank you.
Is the first time to play in Italy for you, or no?
No, we played. I played here once before as in a solo concert, and we played in Turin and Rome before as well.
What are your impression about Italian people? Italians, Italian towns, and Italian people. Italy and Italian people.
I mean, when I first met OES, I spent a couple of months in the mountains north of Italy,
Yeah.
and very beautiful,
Very beautiful.
very beautiful, and the people were very nice.
With the Radlam or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Turin.
Yeah, north of Turin. Yeah.
Turin.
So that was.
We're coming near Turin.
Yeah.
Turin,
Oh, you come
near
from
Turin. Yeah.
Yes.
Little town near Turin.
Oh, well. We stayed in a
Less than
village.
100 kilometers.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Turin. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was very nice. But I find Italians are either very nice, or they're very not nice. It's but the good Italians I've met have been very good. So.
Nice. Is a singular question. Sony Invictus have a large discography. Often the records are issued in limited edition, 1,000 copies and sometimes less. What about it? It's hard to find your records in the store.
But that's,
I try
distribution.
times, but it's impossible
Yeah.
sometimes.
But we used to get complaints because we do limited editions. And then when I stopped doing limited editions, I get complaints that I don't do limited editions anymore. So what we thought was the best was to do 1,000 slightly different, and which I think is about those people who want a limited edition and pay a bit more, they can do that. But equally, if people just want a normal priced release, they can get that as well, hopefully. So it's trying to please both people, but you never please both people because one will complain. So and I mean the prices which people complain about, that is a lot more to do with the shops. I mean, in a Garden Green, you could have got that from me for £14, which is not much more than a normal CD is. But if you get it from shops, they make a ridiculous price. But I don't get that money, so it's,
Ask this question because I'm interested to believe me.
Oh, yeah.
108 copies French
Yeah.
pressing. It's I think it's impossible to find.
It is, yeah. I'll be blunt.
I hope to find these
One day.
CDs, but
The guy who did it, basically the roof. I'm trying to build I've got a house in France which is really old, and it's got termites, and I had to get the termiting done. I didn't have enough money, so this guy gave me the money to do it. But he guaranteed that it would only be 100 CDs, and he's kept to it because no one can get it, I don't think, anymore.
Yeah.
And he's so.
I reckon it's impossible to find in Italy.
I know. Yeah.
You listen to other music, I think.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bands and artists
Oh God.
now? Except you.
That's the don't listen to me. Obviously, a lot of the bands on road, so I don't, you've got that. But normally, I don't listen to a lot of contemporary music. I'm quite reactionary, and I like classical music, or even some jazz, or medieval music, or anything.
What in particular?
At the moment, I'm listening to a lot of French composers, Debussy, Sartre, quite Brian Eno, quite like his stuff. Just that's at the moment that's what I'm listening to.
Thanks for all it. This is a very classical question. What about your future project and plans?
Well, I've done a joint solo album with Matt, which is coming out early next year.
Limited edition.
No, it's not. It's just a CD. No, it's just a CD.
I tried to find it in Italy.
Try. And gradually starting work on a new Sol Invictus CD, but I don't know when that will be out. I've got a lot of work to do before I'm happy with that. And might be doing a tour in the States in February, and we hope to get a CD and book out. Different groups and articles and things, and that should be coming out next year. But those are the only plans really for now.
My friend told me about another project of you in another band called. I don't know the name. I don't remember the name.
It began by S.
S. That's Sieben.
Maybe.
Well, that's Matt and Sally's group. We've just released a CD on Terza, which is really good.
Yeah.
And that's just out. I'll do one very guest work on it, but it's their CD and it's really good. So that's probably good.
Next question.
Okay.
Sol Invictus, Wakeford and Sol Invictus. Have you a message to leave to Ascension readers?
Just those who like who've supported me through the years, I'm very grateful, and that's it. I don't know,
Can I play some questions?
Yeah.
For me, that's all.
Okay.
Okay. I wait here.
Okay.
Thanks. Alessandro. Some words about your influences of Julius Evola, Nietzsche, and Albert Camus.
Yeah. Very different. Yeah. Just I'm interested in those philosophers who've stood outside the world, or stood outside any particular movement. I think, although in a sense those, or who have transcended any particular political philosophy. So I think all three of those philosophers, you don't transcend politics and things like that, for me anyway. And which is why God, or for the people of their time, but they transcend that as well. So I think that's what I can say about it.
And I think that there's a change from Lex Talionis
Yeah.
to now,
Yeah.
and I see more relativism.
Yeah.
My impression.
Yeah.
What?
I think the early stuff was a lot more narrow in a sense, and a lot more perhaps ideological in a sense. And I just got older, and I think things are less black and white for me anyway, and less slogans I find less attractive rather than feelings or ideas. So I think that's probably come out more in the music.
And what do you think now about anarchy, about a group like Crass?
Good to say. I think part of me respects at least their the ability, at least their attempt to be outside the music business and things like that. But I think they're very naive and very dogmatic and quite infantile. But that was 15 years ago, so I was exactly the same 15 years ago.
What do you think about the modern point of view of psychoanalysis?
I don't, not a lot.
There's a way to know much better the human life or not? I think, for example, that Jung is more symbolic.
Oh yeah.
The symbol.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's just been Freud and Jung, obviously, much more Jungian than yeah, I mean, obviously, I think there's archetypes, there's folk memories, there's that go down through time and space. But I find psychoanalytical thought is so removed from instinctual feelings, and I think people are so very different. I think I'm not a big believer in it.
And what about technical way of life?
Well, I'm totally a technophobe. I have no abilities technologically. I mean, I think technology is good. It's a product of our creativity. The only trouble is that we haven't morally and culturally grown, haven't moved along with that technology, and it's being misused by the power elites. But doesn't.
I think, for example, that technology involves a psychic stimulation in part. That's important.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, that's right.
Okay, that's it.